Welcome to today's video. In this demonstration, I'm going to show how to underwrite a policy on the early policy insurance suite. To underwrite a policy, if it's a general insurance policy, you click on the general insurance model. If it's a family insurance policy, you click on the family insurance model. The name of these models are determined by the type of insurance the company that the software is deployed for underwrites. If it's a conventional insurance company, these models will be named general insurance and family insurance respectively. If it's a Takaful insurance, it will be named general Takaful and family Takaful respectively. So, for the purpose of this demonstration, I'm going to be underwriting a general insurance policy. I'll click on the general insurance model and this will open this view for me, policy maintenance. On this view, I can see all the policies that has been underwritten previously. So to create a new policy, I'll click on the create button. This will open a form where I can input the policy details I want to underwrite. I'll provide the branch which this policy is being underwritten in. And this is a Abuja branch. I'll provide the agency link to this policy. Choosing a random person. Provide duration. Automatically the system populates it to 365 days, but if the policy is not for 1 year, you can specify the number of days that the policy covers on this field. You choose a policy from date. I'm choosing that the policy commences today. Automatically the system will calculate the policy end date based on the provided duration. You choose the marketer, the CRM that the will be reported on for production report. And on the other side of the form, you choose the class of business. For the purpose of this demonstration, I want to underwrite a fire policy. Let's underwrite a fire policy. But you can see there are different classes of policies that are listed on the software from which you can choose. The interface are almost the same, right? It's the same, but the forms for each of these policy on the risk are dynamic. So they are displayed based on the class and the product that you choose. So if we're choosing a fire policy, a product that's in the class fire, class of business, fire class of business, then the for the risk will be determined based on that product. So I'll go ahead and choose, I want to underwrite a basic fire. Let me say basic fire. And then I'll provide the name of the participant or insured. Let me insure myself. Last payee is the name of the person whom the policy, on will be paid to, right? Yeah. Okay. So under this policy risk section, this is where you add the risk for this policy. So I'll click on add a line. Click on the section. I want this section, so class 1 is for office and residential buildings, class 2 for stores, supermarket, retail shops, class 3 manufacturing shops. So you choose the appropriate class that clearly defines the business that you're covering. This is an office and residential building. So you can see that some of the details are pre-populated from the policy details and from the product itself, especially for commission rate, it has already been configured as 20% on the product, but this can be overridden. You can click on this override commission, and then adjust the commission rate to your satisfaction. Okay. So you provide the risk profile. This is determined by the amount of the sum covered. The higher the amount, the higher the risk. So I'm gonna choose this is a medium risk. You provide the inspection dates, the day the risk was inspected. I'm gonna say today or tomorrow. You can choose anything. I'm choosing random information here. You choose the building type and then provide the addresses. This is a private dwelling address. So I'm providing a number 4 or 5. Okay. 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 City, state. All right. So I've provided that information. Then I have to describe the risk. So this is a one-story building located in Dawaki. So you provide, a comprehensive description of the risk, you know, in this section. Located. So I'm just providing a random description. Right. So once that is done, so you then have to, you know, rate, provide the sum covered and the contribution or premium for this risk. So under the rating table, there are different types of rating. Using this use rate means that you want to specify the percentage of this sum covered that will be a contribution or premium. So let's say you want to take 0.5% of the sum covered as your premium. I'm just saying, but underwriters know what this means. So now let's say the premium is 100 million. I mean, the sum covered is 100 million. 0.5% will be 500,000. That will be the contribution or the premium. Also, there is absolute amount. If you want to, manually input the contribution amount or the premium amount, so you want the premium to be 1 million. It goes to. These other ratings are for motor, which we have configured. So once you're satisfied with that, you go ahead and save and close. Yeah, one thing I forgot to mention is if you had sent your company's policy documents for this product, it would have been configured on the system. And on this section, you will see all the clauses, that this policy covers automatically will be pulled to this place. But currently, this is my local host, and I think no courses have been configured for this, but no problem. In real life, if you're using the software and you've sent your policy documents to Bitlet Technologies, your clauses will be configured and they will reflect here. You can edit, delete, add or remove, any clause that does not apply, but it's usually configured based on the policy documents for this product. So you can click on save and close, and then click on the computation sheet, to review the details and the amounts of this policy. You can see the sum covered, the actual and total, the total premium, if there is extension, discount, all the information as to regards to the policy. Net premium when commission is deducted, commission is 200,000, net premium then is 800,000. Right. So once you're satisfied with these figures, you can go ahead, close, then click on generate bill. So you then need to select who will approve this. Your superior that you want to send this policy to for approval. Then you click on generate and submit. Right. Once the policy has been generated and submitted, the employee or your superior that you have selected as the approver will receive an email notification, notifying him that there is a pending policy that requires his attention for approval, right, with all these details. Then they will come and approve this. But currently, I'm logged in as an admin, so I can proceed and approve this policy. All right. So this policy, based on the configuration on the system, exceeds our retention limit. Therefore, it had triggered a reinsurance, which needs to be approved for me to successfully approve this policy, right? So, based on the treaty that was submitted to Bitlet Technologies and configured on the system for this product, right? Once your policy that you're underwriting, exceeds the retention limit of the company, it will trigger a reinsurance, which then needs to be approved for a policy to be successfully, completed, the process of underwriting to be successfully completed on the software. So, to approve this reinsurance, Usually it goes to the reinsurance unit who will cross-check all the details and see this business is something that they can carry and then proceed to approving it. And to approve it, the reinsurance unit will have to come to this retakafo or reinsurance menu, depending on the type of company the software was deployed for, and click on policy reinsurance. Then you can actually do a policy inquiry, by searching the policy number because normally there will be a lot of policies here, right? And within that same minute, different users might have created policies that requires reinsurance. But basically, if it's just one, the first one is always the most recent one. So I know that this is it, and then as a reinsurer, I will proceed. As someone in the reinsurance unit, I will just proceed. Cross-check the whole policy details, the treaty type, the risk item, see the description I provided, some covered premium and all those other information. And once I'm satisfied, I can either reject or approve. In this case, I'll just approve the reinsurance and the underwriter will be notified, right, to proceed with the policy, that, and complete the whole process. So as the underwriter, I'll come back to the policy maintenance interface and open my policy, or I'll be notified that the reinsurance has been approved. Then I can go ahead and approve this policy. Great. This policy has successfully been approved. Great. So now I can go ahead and print my policy document. So this is based on the fact that the company must have sent their policy document for this policy to Bitlet Technology, which must have incorporated the document into the system. So you can simply click on the document here, select it, and click on print. So automatically you'll be able to print the policy documents for this policy. This will bring out the schedule, the clauses, everything regarding the policy. Let me try to open this sample, right? The name of participants and all the other information provided the company had already submitted their policy documents to Bitlet Technologies and the integration has already been done. So you can also proceed to print out a debit note. Right. So that is it for the underwriting unit, in underwriting policies on